Hey friends, it's Saturday. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I give specific answers. Don't worry though, if you don't have a specific question, I'll still read for you, but remember, this is my favorite live stream, live reading of the week, because I really like to spill the tea. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I'm so happy to see all of you here today. Special shout outs to the moderators, the members, and to Mix You Ear. Michelle, thank you so much for starting us out with a super sticker. Really, really appreciate that. All right, let's get going. Right over to Card Cam, we will go and get started with our readings. And, oh, well, what is this? Y'all know, we're not going to start the readings until we talk just a minute about StaarCon coming up in like 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. Like at this time in 2 weeks, we'll be in it, like halfway through in it. But only halfway through the conference, the afterglow will just begin, and it is a year-long magical thing. This is our program guide. It's cool. You can join us in person, online. Ticket prices range from $10 to $500. The link to check it out is in the description, so please do. Okay, now, as promised, let's get going. I am using my full-size Lightseers deck today. And we will take the questions in the order in which I see them. I will take the questions in the order in which I see them. If I accidentally skip you, it's not my intention. And so please do let me know. All right. Here we go. You know, one thing I will say about the full-size Lightseers, I don't love the way it shuffles. I will say that. It's not my favorite deck for shuffling. And then there's that, I don't know her name. She's a very well-known creator on TikTok. I admire her, but she does this whole thing calling people out for chaotic shuffling. And I'm thinking, man, if she were to ever see me shuffle, she would hate me. And somehow that would make me really happy. I don't know, but there it is. All right. And yes, thank you so much. For those of you who have been following along this week, today is January 6th. It's Epiphany. It's Three Kings Day. I just learned it's got an Italian name as well. I'm just learning about that. So thank you for that. And I'm probably not pronouncing it well, but we would say in Italy, thank you for this, Melissa. Is it Buona Befana? No, we figured out yesterday it was Befana. So Buona, I have to learn Italian. My Italian friends aren't going to be happy with me, but I'll work on it, and I'm so grateful to learn about it. It's Three Kings Day, it's Epiphany, and it is the final day of Christmas. There was that one year where I made the commitment to come on live, and this was, I think I was still doing it on Facebook, came on live every day for all 12 days of Christmas with tarot epiphanies. Well, we only did 11 days because Christmas. And that was fun, but man, every single day I was not thrilled that I committed to do that. But it was still fun. Maybe I'll do it again next year. You never know. All right, let's get going. And as a tarot reader, I love the name of the holiday as Epiphany, because what are we about with tarot? You know, just having epiphanies, right? But one way or the other, this is a very sacred day, and I'm very happy to be with you for it. All right, first question is Mix You Ear. Michelle, once again, thank you for starting us out with a super sticker. Here we go. Will I be able to handle all the activities I have committed to for the new year? And then we've got choices, so we're going to dive into this. Okay. All the activities you've committed to. Yeah, like I'm feeling pretty good about this. Overall, look we've got the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Wands reversed, the King of Wands. I'm overall very happy with this. We're now going to go through and we'll parse out the specific activities, but my general thought is, yeah, I think you're busy, but I don't think you're overcommitted. I think you're delightfully engaged. But let's take a look. Let's look at the activities. Okay, A and B are new activities. So looking at A, there is something about A that is going to be anxiety producing and maybe difficult. But I feel like you should stick to it and try it anyway and try to make it work. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but I would try. B. Oh man, you gotta do B. What are you talking about? You gotta do B. There's no question. And then looking at the others, and this is funny, man. I also have, someone asked during Global Tarot Circle last time, how do you choose what deck to work with? And people were like, yeah, sometimes the deck just calls you. My small Light Seers deck that Peggy Lou gave me is like, it's like screaming at me, use me, use me, use me. So you know what I'm going to swap out right now because I'm not an animist. But I still think my deck is screaming at me. So, and it's so much easier to shuffle. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. All right, so now we're going to look at these other activities that are not new activities, but are activities you've committed to, Michelle. C is fine, but if you decide for any reason you want to take a break at some point, you can. M. Well, M, you have friends there, and you've got like a real connection there, so that feels really important. And T, oh man, you got to do T, got to do that. So, you know, there's some you may drop or take down a notch at certain times, but overall, this is really good. It'll be a good year for you. All right, Yolanda, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. As you know, I started a new job. Yes, how will it go? Did I make the right decision? Culture and development? Am I valued? Money? Well, I mean, making the right decision, like, I mean, it's not life-changing, you know? Like, if you take a job to, like, go to one of those, like, world's most dangerous jobs where you might die, then we might talk about whether it's a bad decision. Job like this, it really can't be a bad decision. If you don't like it, you can just get a different job. You know, the stakes are low in that way. Okay, so how will it go? I think they're going to say you're getting a lot of training and not necessarily give you the training that you want. So you may have to ask a lot of questions, do a lot of research, and learn. I think people will be basically friendly, but it may be where they're like friendly, but you're not friends. So you're going to want to be a little guarded. How is the culture here? It's, I mean, better than some, worse than others. It's not bad. Your ability to develop here and their commitment to help you develop, you have the ability to do a very good job here. You really do. But their interest is going to be like, they are not like super excited to help you be better. They're going to give a lot of lip service to that. But I think they give a lot of lip service to a lot of things. What they want to do is plug you in a hole and have you do the work there, which you will do very well. Are you valued? I mean, A, you've not been there for long enough for people to like know you, to value you as a person. They're happy to have a seat, you know, they're happy to have a butt in a seat. They're happy to have the person with the skills to do the job. So it's not so much that they're like, oh my gosh, Yolanda, you're the best. They don't know that yet. They're just glad you're there because they needed someone to be there. And that's fine. That's fine. How will the money be? I feel like I think it'll be okay, But I feel like they are going to find ways. Like, I feel like these are people who talk a really good game, but I don't know that they deliver as well as they talk, but they still may deliver well enough. So I think it's good. I think it's fine. And congratulations. Jeannie Mnuchin, I love this one. This is great. For people who don't know this story, like Jeannie and I know this story very well. So if y'all feel like you're being excluded from a conversation, I'm sorry. But listen, because, you know, there's a rumor out and about that all tarot readers ever do is talk about people's love lives. Now, do I like to talk about your love life? Oh, heck yeah, I do. But we talk about all kinds of things. Witness. I contacted some staff at Lighthouse about coming as a puppet character in order to generate interest for the new class. What will the response be from the staff and students? A sign would say, this puppet was created by a class of high school students as a character for their play. His name is Bill. Ask him a question and bring him to life. I love this. In my own heart, I just think this is so great. Was this a good idea? And what is the root of the anxiety I'm feeling about this? Lisa Harmon, I often shuffle a deck while listening to you. That's so good. That's so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. All right. So, first of all, what will their response be? I mean, at this point, they know you're not happy, and I think they're gonna be, like, the thing is, like, what they are and say they are, what they are and say they are, is kind of two different things because they don't really have the resources to be what they really want to be. And we know that story, you know, like this is not, you know, this is not unique. And I feel like it's going to be what you've got. Like one person's going to think it's a great idea. Another person's going to think it's not such a good idea. Should you just do it? You're having anxiety about the idea too. Well, let's see. If you do it, will students engage and interact? I think some will. Some will. Is it better? Like, will you get more interaction with that than with something else? I think if, I think asking them to ask Bill a question and bring him to life in some populations would work well. With this population, not so much. I think Bill may need to have some kind of song or dance or music or situation to engage. I think waiting for, you know, just being there and waiting for them to come may not work. Is that why you're feeling anxiety? Yes, yes. I think the problem is with these particular students, these may not be the students who are going to be curious and be like, oh, let's play with this. This is fun. These may be people who are like, that feels weird and dangerous. Not sure. And so if there's something there that they can connect to, a song they know, something that is more familiar to them, it might work better. Now, does that mean you should scrap this whole idea completely? Talk to the school, see what they say. We know that you need something to get people engaged. We know that. And I feel like at this moment, you may be in the right church, but not sitting in the right pew just yet. And that's why you have the anxiety, but you're thinking along the right lines. All right. George, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What is Sherry feeling now toward me? Is something changed? You know, this person will sometimes, I think, say or do certain things that might make you think there's a change, but I don't think there is. I don't think there's a change. Okay, Emily, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I feel like you ask the same question every time you're here. And I'm glad you're here. Happy to see you. But why are we so focused on this ex? What is up with this? So I'll do the question, but I'm also going to do a second question for you, which is like, why are you so focused on this person? So will your ex take a move towards you or not? I'm going to say maybe a little of both. Like, I feel like there could be a move, but not a move that's going to go where you want it to go. So now, let's ask, why are you focused on this person? And the answer is it's been really painful and you haven't healed. I think there's a part of you that believes that you and this person have some significant connection. I just can't confirm that. I don't know that that's true. And I feel like if you focused more on your healing, and here's the thing, here's what I'm going to say. If there really is a thing between the two of you, then that thing will happen no matter what, right? So if you can heal from the pain and heal from what has happened, if this person wants to reconcile, this person should have to win you all over again. You should not just be like, here I am, yes. No. This person should work for it. So I feel like you need to heal, get over it. And then if the person's going to come back, make them work for it. All right. Mariana, good to see you. Thanks for being here. How will the next 2 months be for you? I feel like it's going to be a lot about the things you have to do, not so much about the things you want to do. But if you do the things you have to do, you will get some good rewards for that, and that will give you more choices in the future. All right, Diana Price, how are you? Happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I understand this question. Will my doctor ever be able to take me off blood pressure meds? And if so, how long? I think there's a possibility there. I think it could take a couple of years. And I know like what they tell you, like when you go on blood pressure meds, they say this is for life, this is forever. But then I also know so many people who have been able to back down or come off of their medications with other changes. So I think there is a possibility for this, not immediately, but I think there is a possibility. So that's great. Melissa, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Looking forward to an Italian lesson from you as quickly as possible. Thank you. You don't have to hate to ask this. And thanks for using members only emojis as well. Sorry, I just got distracted because I see Rosemary. I don't know why. I don't know if this is true or not, Rosemary, but I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. So, hello. Anyway, Melissa, you have my full attention. I hate to ask this, but anything I need to know about the gym situation, and yes, I do. I know a lot about the gym situation. I have a new place I'm going to try. Still feels like the owner begrudgingly says hello, but prefers to ignore me. Maybe it's all in my head, but it feels not so good. Yeah, I can imagine that feels not so good. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. So first of all, we're gonna work backwards. So is it all in your head, or is the owner being a certain way with you? 50-50. The owner is being a little bit reserved with you because of what those other bitches did. And because you don't fawn, for those two reasons. but some of it's in your head. So it is happening, but it's not as pronounced as you think it is. Nonetheless, doesn't feel good, doesn't feel good. You know, if it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel good. Now, the new place that you're going to try, actually, give it a couple of tries. That could be good. Can you get, you know, this gym that you really enjoy going to, can you get the energy there to be good for you again? And the answer is actually, yeah. I do think you should go to another place. I do think you should not feel like this is your only place that you can go to. But I feel like the energy is gonna shift and it'll be okay. And spiritually, work on feeling wherever you are. Just work on feeling grounded and recognize your right to be wherever the heck you want to be. Adria, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh my, here's a question. You know, so I'm following along with this. Is there anything left between me and S, or is this it? Okay, let's see. Yeah, no. I think you found out what you needed to find out. Now, this was one you really did need to figure it out. You did need to meet. You did need to find it out. But I think you know what you know now, and I think it's probably, on your end, best to sort of say, yeah, okay, I know what I needed to know. All right. 64 Amy Penn, good to see you. Home from vacation. I hope you had a great time. What do you see in the cards regarding my job and family situation? Our daughter will not speak to us. All righty then. Okay. So, let's see. Regarding job, I feel like this has been a frustrating journey, the job thing. But look, frustrating journey, but something good is coming. So we hang in there, something good is coming, quite possibly soon. And the thing that comes is something that is really going to set you up for success. Now, your daughter refusing to speak, you know, the question is this like going to become a long-term estrangement? Or is she trying to prove some kind of point? See, I don't think she's looking for an estrangement. There are many, many people who do not speak to their adult parents, adult children who do not speak to their parents for a variety of reasons. That happens. I do not think that's what your daughter is trying to set up. I think she's demonstrating, I think she's punishing, and I think she's looking for something. What is she looking for? Control. She's looking for control. Is it control of something that you can give her? I think this is supposed to come from her. Excuse me, she's making me upset here. I feel like she's looking for something from you that she needs to get from herself. Could you have conversations? Could there be therapy? Could there be all those things? Does there need to be some, you know, reckoning because we all screwed up as parents and this generation really needs to talk about it? Our generation was told to suck it up and we kind of did. Some of us went to therapy. This generation, they want to talk about it and we need to be here for it. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but I know it's not going to happen until she is ready to be accountable for her own things. So what do you do with your daughter who's not talking to you? I mean, if there's anything you want to send her or say to her, you can, you know, text, email, whatever, just have it be loving, whatever, here when you're ready. But I think you just have to let her stew in her juices for a while. All right. Liz Harrison, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Happy Saturday to you. Should we extend our last travel in February to attend an event that was presented or keep our original schedule and stick to the plan? Thanks for using members only emojis. I appreciate it. Okay, so extend the trip, keep to the schedule. Here's the way I'm seeing it. And I'm seeing this, you know, full disclosure. I'm seeing this based on these cards that you can also see. I'm also seeing it based on the conversation we had about this earlier. And when I say conversation, I mean here on YouTube. I feel like the trip as it is planned is a lot. And frankly, it's a lot on you, specifically. I feel like you're the production person, you're the program manager, you're the production manager, you're the cruise director. I just feel like that's all you. And I feel like you're actually good at that stuff and you enjoy it. So that's great. But does it really make sense to add? Like, what you have now is a full and doable schedule. Add one more thing, you're going to be looking like this. But what if it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing? What if it's a really important thing? Let's look at that thing. No, that thing is not valuable enough to make you pull your hair out, in my opinion. All right. Lisa Harmon, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I don't have any questions right now. Sitting back, listening and learning. Love and joy to you. Thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. But if you come up with a question or just want me to make one up for you, just let me know while I'm here. Happy to do it. All right, Barbie Bird, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Happy Saturday to you. Will I find a new job in the next 3 months? If I find something well-suited, could I make a pay cut work? I feel so tied to my salary, but I'm wanting positive change. These are great, well-thought-out questions. We can do a lot with this. Thank you. And so, yeah, we're talking about the golden handcuffs. How real are your golden handcuffs? So we're going to start with that because that's the whole premise on this. Is, how real are the golden handcuffs? When we look at the salary that you're making right now, I mean, it's not like you're making so much that a pay cut could be done without consideration. This is not like, okay, I can skip a couple of fancy meals or I do not need to buy the Balenciaga. That's not where we're at right now. I feel like, okay, so let's say, could you make do with a little less if you were happier in your job? It depends on how much less. So could you take a little bit of a haircut, a little bit, and still be okay if you are happier in the job? I would say yes, if it were clear that there was opportunity for growth, that either this job was giving you training that you could then go get a better job, or this job was giving you opportunity for promotions and raises that would bring you up. So I don't think that you are inappropriately anxious about giving up your salary. I do think in exchange for some happiness and some good options for the future, I do think you could take a little cut. Okay, so now we got that straight. Will you find a job in the next 3 months? Quite possibly in the next 3 or 4 months. So not immediately, but yes. Will you find something that is a better fit? See, that's the thing. Yeah. Will you find something that's a better fit? It's going to take a minute. Be patient. But yes, be patient, be proactive. You will find something that is a better fit. When you find something that is a better fit, how will the money be? Honestly, I feel like you may end up with the money the same or even a little better. And so I feel like for you to do the job search the way you want to do it, You need to do the job search being open to a slight salary reduction. However, when you get the job, you may not have to actually take that. I mean, to take the job, you may not actually have a salary reduction. Does that make sense? All right. All right, very good. And thank you to everyone who's joining us for the first time. I will take all the questions in the order I see them. I thank you so much for being here. All right, Justine, you are up next. I just wanted to check in, Melissa. Yes, and happy to chat in Italian in a few weeks. Looking forward to that. Thank you. Oh, 64 Amy Penn. That was the one I was looking for. Boy, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, there we are. There we are. There we are. Yep. And Barbie Bird, the golden handcuffs feel like shackles. That's great. And you're updating your resume today. That's so good. All right. All right. Oh, and I see your question. I will get to that question. Lisa Harmon. Very good. Okay. I feel caught up. And on to Justine. Looking forward to seeing you for StaarCon. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I'm wondering, oh, this is fun. I like this one. I'm wondering what my brother's friend Nolan thinks of me. I've always had a crush on him, and he's been coming around again recently. We were kind of seeing each other a couple years back, but he just sort of stopped calling me for reasons unknown. I feel like he can sense my nervousness when he comes around, so I'm curious to know. All right. What does Nolan think about his friend's sister? He thinks you're smart and has had some nice conversations. He's enjoyed time spent with you, but I think there's a bro code situation here. And I think, okay, I'm just going to check something. Okay, this is tarot readers, listen up. I'll get a theory in my head. Could this be true? And I'll check the cards to see if my theory is true. And sometimes I'll do that before I say anything to the client because I don't want to be misleading. And if they hear me ask the question, they may think the question is truth. So allow me to silently ask a question and then I'll reveal what the question was and what I found. Okay. Give me one more minute. Okay. I feel like here it is. I was wondering if there was something with your brother and Nolan where there was a discomfort, a bro code thing about, like maybe your brother's not comfortable with his friend banging his sister. I mean, maybe that's a thing. Maybe Nolan was worried that that was a thing. But what I get is I think your brother would be happy. Like your brother would be happy if you were dating a friend of his because we would be like one big family. Like I think he'd be happy with that. So I do not think that your brother discouraged it. So why did Nolan stop talking to you at that time? I think it was him. I think it was other things going on with him. He just didn't have the bandwidth, that he didn't have the communication skill to tell you what was going on. Now, do I think there could be compatibility? I don't know, man. Maybe. Does he sense your nervousness? Maybe. What should you do here? Honestly, I think you should be yourself and you should be flirtatious and let's see what happens. I'm not saying anything will or won't happen, but I don't see a problem here. I think Nolan thinks well of you. So that was a very long way to go about that question, but there's a lot of moving pieces there. Okay. And Joya Sosha's like, that is real. My kids totally told their friends not to look at their siblings. So yeah, I think that really could be some of that energy, but I don't really think that your brother warned Nolan off. I think he was okay. Okay, in this case. All right. Kanchan Verma, good to see you. I'm doing great, thank you. I was in my head with the past unfair situation that happened to me when a guy classmate yelled at me out of his frustration because he was feeling overwhelmed in his life. That could be a lie as well, I don't know. Well, let's check that. Was that true? Yeah, that is probably true. That is probably true. But the situation did feel quite disrespectful to me because I knew I didn't do anything. May I have some clarity? I'm having a hard time moving from the disrespect. I understand it feels bad when that happens. And sometimes that can really sit with us even when it's small, even when it's unintentional. And the reason that happens to you, to me, to everyone, Kanchan, the reason this happens is because we have had other disrespect. And so that disrespect in the classroom, that was not a big deal, but it brought up like all the disrespect through your whole life. And so it made you feel way worse. So the way to process that was a trigger. That's what I think. But let me check the cards. Yeah, the way to move on is it's not him and it's not what happened there. What happened there made you feel all the bad feelings you felt from a lifetime of disrespect, which is why you're in school, so you can get to a place where you can command respect. That's what I think. All right. Okay, gotcha. True. There you go. Okay. Okay, and thank you for that, Justine. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. Lucia's child, thanks for being here. My question is, will I be successful in a move to Europe in the next 3 years? I think, and I mean, it's hard to do, but I think you have a game plan. And look, 3 years, 3 of Pentacles, that's a way that tarot numerology works. If you say, well, it happened in 3 years and a 3 comes up, we're like, yeah, and with the Magician, this is good. I think you can do this. I think you've got the right idea around career or education or however you're going to do it. There's a way to do this. Now, there may be some logistical delays as you plan it. It's going to take time, and there may be some family issues that make it hard, but I think this is a good path, and I think you should do it. Ooh, Science Giant. That is interesting. Science Giant, I'm so looking forward to seeing you. And in fact, we need to arrange a short meeting coming up soon. Glad you're here. And I'm just curious, I will get to your question when I get to it, but is that, I want a clarification. Is that, are we going to do a reading on this generally for all of us, like how we could be more kind and more compassionate, or are you asking about a particular situation for you? That'll help me know the way to do the reading. Okay. Febborn, good to see you. What is the situation between PD and me? I'm neutral and can't get a read on him. Well, let's take a look. Let's look at PD. PD likes you. PD, ooh, this person is into you. This person is into you. In whatever capacity, whether that's romantic or friendship or whatever that is. I think this person likes you. I really do. Is there compatibility? I don't know. And this is where you're like, I can't get a read on him. Well, the reason you can't get a read on him, look. 3 major arcana cards. The world reversed, like what in the world is going on here? Damned if I know. The moon, which is the card of mystery and hidden agendas, and many other things, of course. And the Wheel of Fortune reversed, which is not the best, and they're all major arcana. So the fact that you're not getting a read probably is a read in and of itself. Now, what can I tell you about the character of this person? I mean, I think this can be a happy person. This is definitely a person with a past. This is a confident person. This is a smart person. But is this a loving person? I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like when you can't get a read, that's a read in itself. There it is. All right. DH, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Oh, this is a fun one. I'm thinking of vacation plans. Which is more favorable, a European cruise or a week at the Cape? Let's see. There's your week at the Cape, which looks lovely. There's your European cruise. Now, okay, I recognize that, like, if money and time are not an issue, like, and you're up there in northeastern U.S. anyway, you know, so the Cape is like, what, a 4-hour drive or whatever. Why would you go 4 hours from home where you could see the world? Well, because you could drive for a few hours and be in a really beautiful place and have more money to spend and more time to spend with much less hassle. And I think that may be what you need right now. So enjoy the Cape, my friend. Kitty Beckwith, I feel like I haven't seen you in so long. It's good to see you. Happy New Year to you. My nephew is supposed to fly out tomorrow during a snowstorm. Can you tell me if he'll be able to take off on time? I think there may be a slight delay, but not a big problem. I don't think there'll be a big problem. Oh, Ness, I see your more specific question. Good, good. I will get to it for sure. Okay, Allie Mammon, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Could you please tell me my director's honest review? She is too sweet and supportive. Was she disappointed with either of the shows, 4 p.m. and the 7 p.m. show for the play? What does she think about me, both as a person and as an actor going forward? And as a fellow theater person, I didn't know you were a theater person, so that's so cool. I mean, okay, when I say I'm a theater person, I haven't been in a show in 25 years. But, you know, I want to play all the old lady parts when I'm really old. That's what I'm looking to do. All right. Anyway. Okay. So let's look. What did the director think of your performance at 4 p.m.? Overall, she really was pleased. That's not a lie. But I think she thought you were a little stiff. You weren't quite 100% there. Okay. Here we go. The 7 p.m. The 7 p.m., you had more nuance. The 7 p.m. felt a little more complex. You had more nuance. So I think she was happy with that. Does she have notes that she's not giving you? Is she withholding notes? I think that she trusts you as an actor to figure it out, that you're close enough with where you're at, that any note she gives you, it's just going to make it worse. She feels like you're in it, you're finding it, you're doing it, and she just wants you to keep doing that. So what does she think about you as a person? She thinks you are a busy and hardworking person. She thinks you can sometimes be stubborn and get stuck in your head. What does she think of you as an actor? She thinks you're learning and developing, and that you have not yet started to use the wide range of your tools, but she sees it happening, and she sees it happening in this show. So she's just waiting for this flower to blossom. All right. Janine. Okay, I'm going to thank you so much for being here. Give me a minute. I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. Janine Barnes. First of all, the question, the business question, I looked at your website. Do you do email or pre-recorded readings or only live? I'm in a different time zone. I have a hard time for privacy for readings. Yeah, I do not do anything emailed or pre-recorded, but a lot of great people do, including Mitchell Osborne. I know he does, and he's good. So, you might try him, but no, that's not a service I offer. Okay, here we go. My boyfriend's girlfriend is ignoring me, not seeing my grandson in over the past 5 weeks. Advice. Okay. So for her, yeah, she is pointedly doing this, but I feel like she's punishing you. I feel like there's something she wanted you to do for her or give her that you couldn't or didn't, and so now you're being punished. And Janine, I work 7 days a week and I work crazy hours. So let me know, and when I say I work, I mean work doing this. This is my only job. So let me know, Janine, what a good time, like don't worry about the website, like not doing something after 8 p.m. or whatever. I'll do late, I'll do early. Maybe wait till after StaarCon, if it's going to be a weird hour. But talk, reach out, send me an email, whatever, and we'll find the time that works for us. I promise we will. I will happily work for you, and maybe even before StaarCon if we can get it to work. All right. Okay. Now, Janine, I think you're being punished, and I think by the girlfriend, and I think that the girlfriend will come back around soon enough, but I think she's like that. She's manipulative. She's manipulative. And I feel like that's hard, because that's going to be hard for the child. When you have a manipulative mother, that's hard. So I'm concerned about the whole family situation because of how she is. Now, your son, is hopeful for the future and is doing everything he can to keep her happy. But let's remember, she's manipulative. He has to turn himself inside out to keep that bee happy. And he doesn't know he's doing it. He doesn't know he's doing it. He is oblivious. So, you can't blame him really, because he doesn't understand. This is not a good situation for any of the people in it. You are the least damaged in all of this. So my advice to you is to recognize that you're the least damaged. That child, clearly the girlfriend is damaged because of how she is, and clearly your son is in this very difficult situation. It was what you said that she didn't like. Okay, so you're being punished for that. So I knew you were being punished. There it is. And she's a punishing person, and this is a problem. So what you say here is, I did a lot for her to help with the grandson. Sacrificed my own relaxation, even with health problems and relationship breakdown. I just said a few things she didn't like, so that's even worse, right? So she's even worse than I was giving her grace. I'm no more grace. Okay, fine. So basically, I think what you have to do here is, if there's a time that your grandson is able to... Okay. Janine, nothing to warrant this. Plus, she has blocked me on Facebook. My son is sitting on the fence and not pushing for me to see the baby. but I do not want to cause problems for my son. Well, your son already has all the problems he needs, but you're still making this be about you. You're not understanding. This is not about you. This is not what you did. This is about the bee that she is. This is her. This is her. And so you got to stop making it be about you. You can't be the victim here, because the time is going to come that you may have to step up and really help. Because you can't imagine that this person is going to become a better person. Right? Right. And you're sad because you're missing being with him, right? He's only 5 months old, but you're going to sit pretty and not push things. That's exactly right. And, you know, this is hard, but the way it's hard now is nothing compared to what's likely to be coming. And I'm sorry to say this, but you can already see it. You can already see it. When we look at the person here, this relationship situation, there are real problems here. And maybe it'll be better than we think. Maybe she'll grow. Maybe she will. But I don't think your son has a backbone here, because she won't let him have one. He's just trying to keep her happy. So where's this situation going to go? It'll be like this for a while. She'll reach out to you and let you reintegrate with the child again when she's done punishing you. But just remember, you know, this behavior, this way of being a person that she has is probably part and parcel with her. And so you're going to need to save your strength and be well to help your son and your son's child when this whole thing blows up. And so you're just sit pretty and wait. That's what you got to do. It's the right answer. And don't take it personally. I think you're personally hurt. But Janine, you can't be hurt because your son is with a bee. Right? Okay. Joyous Ocean. These questions always make me want to change my questions. I love this group. I hope all of you come to StaarCon so we can hug. Seriously. Seriously. Yeah, this is hard. This is hard. But you didn't do anything wrong, Janine. That's the thing you really need to know. All right. Jake, 5345. Thanks for being here. Robin, we have our tarot meetup tomorrow. Perhaps you can come. 4 p.m. Panera at Palm City. Panera Bread at Palm City. That's what I was trying to say. Tomorrow, anyone who's local, I hope you can join us. All right. So this is, what does the universe want to tell me? Let's see. It is time to work less hard, have some fun, have some adventure, and do things that you really enjoy. How about that? Joyous Ocean, I love you too. There you go. There you go. All right. Good morning, Madiha Ness. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Okay. Next question. So Betty Flesher, looking forward to seeing you at StaarCon, of course. This is funny because, you know, you got the question in early, which was great. So when we were setting up, I saw your question and I had to Google on it because I was completely, why this didn't make it. I'm in Florida. Why this didn't make it to my TikTok. Why I didn't know about this, I don't know. But there you are in West Virginia. I'm like an hour and a half from where this happened. And I was clueless about this. So I looked at it so I could see what I was talking about. What went on in the Miami Mall a couple of days ago? Was it aliens or something else? Let's see it. I mean, we know what they're telling us, but we've watched the movies. We know if it was aliens, they weren't going to tell us. If they could avoid telling us, we know that. We all saw Men in Black, right? So, let's ask the cards. What went on at the Miami Mall? Sadly, I think it's mundane trickster BS. I don't think it was aliens or anything that cool. Sorry. All right. Smile Soul 20, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Okay, Justine, your mother has a question. I do not mind at all. She asks, how will my rental business do in the next few months? I have a few changes and movements going on. I'm curious about how the new year affects all of this. Let's see. And the more it changes, the more it stays the same. You can pretty much expect it to do, like in terms of finances and in terms of how much of a pain in your butt it is, it's not going to get worse. Could over time, slowly over the course of the year, actually, sorry, I'm low here. Let me move up so you can see all the things I'm looking at here. I believe that it could, over the course of the year, start to get better. So like second half of the year better than first half of the year, but first half of the year just fine. That's how I see it. All right. Santiago, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. My mom, Maria Teresa, wants to know how her finances are going to be this year. Would it be better to stay in the U.S. or come back to El Salvador? Let's take a look. Okay, okay. First of all, finances in general. Finances in general, you're right. I mean, I think the financial question is connected to where it would be better to be. Like that could be one of the deciding factors. So financially, better to be in the U.S. or better to be in El Salvador. You know, there's ups and downs either way. That is not clear cut. That is not like, I would have thought El Salvador right away, but it's not clear cut. There are reasons in each case. So I feel like when we look at money in general, wherever she is, she'll have what she needs. She may not have more than what she needs, but she'll find a way to have what she needs. I really do believe this. Okay. So then, looking at general overall happiness for your mom, all factors considered, U.S., El Salvador, still not clear. Both places have problems for her. And so then we're going to ask this question, what should be her deciding factor, her litmus test? What should she look to? What should she look to as she makes this decision? And the answer is where it's easiest for her to see the people she loves and where it's easiest for her to go places and do the things she wants to do. She needs to be self-determining. Where is she going to be the most self-determining? That's the real question. All right. Deirdre Martin, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hetel Solansky, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Thanks for being here. Hey, TK, Karen Tillich, we miss you so much. I hope you're doing so well. And you turned 30 yesterday. Oh my gosh, congratulations, happy birthday. Let's talk about TK's birthday. What should TK know? TK, the year you're putting closure to has been a very busy year where you did a lot of things, but weren't necessarily as settled or clear or happy as you would like to be, except it feels like you're getting there. It feels like you're getting there. So now, when we look at this new year, and since your birthday is right around the change of the calendar, it's like your personal year and everybody else's year, you may end up going back to school. You may end up returning to some things that you really love and care about. Of course, there'll be some things that you don't love, but there will also be some things that you do. I really feel like your romantic life needs to be a focus. All right. And again, happy birthday, and we miss you so much. Our meetups at Panera are not the same without you. All right. Karen Kerrigan, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Will Quent, an old flame, and I physically reunite in the next several months? I think there's real potential for this, yes. I think there's real potential. And I think it'll be nice. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying what this will be in the long run, but I am saying I think you will be in the same space at the same time soon, and it will be nice. All right. Smile Soul 20, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. No specific question. We'll just pull some cards for you. Okay. Oh, TK, you like the light seers as well. That's cool. All right. So, Smile Soul 20, what will the new year bring you? Healing and positive change. Growth, positive change, maybe some travel, definitely some healing and more money. I think you have been working hard for a long time and it's going to pay off this year. This is going to be a good year for you. Oh, Janine, thanks so much. You could join us virtually, and just the $10 ticket allows you to hang out with us all year long. So do consider. Do consider. It's good to see you. And who knows? I don't know where you live, Janine. Are you in the UK? Maybe one day I'll get over to the UK Tarot Conference. That could happen. All right. All right. Who is up next? Deirdre Martin, what will the new year bring you? I think there's some things going on you're not happy with, but you've got some ideas and you're making some changes. You are making changes in your life, and you will make changes in your life. Not everything will go your way. It never does for any of us, but I think you will have some very good ideas. Looks like a new job. I don't know if that's instead of or in addition to, but a new job, more money, and maybe some new training that will help you as well. And I think we're also on the lookout for some good new friends. I think that could be coming as well. All right. Vaishali, good to see you. I want to know what I need to do to improve myself and achieve success and happiness. Well, first is to recognize, we all need to improve ourselves. We are all hopefully always working on that. But let's start with recognizing that you are not like so in need of improvement that you need to hide. Okay? You got to love yourself and recognize you're good as you are as you work to improve. There is healing. There is real healing. Healing from the past, healing from things you're telling yourself. It's about healing. And then I think there's career growth. So personal and emotional healing and then career growth. And that will open up all kinds of opportunities for you. Certainly there's spiritual connection there as well. There's creativity. So it's recognizing everything that you are indeed capable of. And do the healing you need to do the work you need to do. Things will go very well. Okay. Okay, Hetel. I am afraid I'm pronouncing your name poorly. Hetal, I'm not sure. Hetel Solansky. Please forgive me. I always like to pronounce people's names well, because my name is Christiana Gaudet, not Christina Gaudet, just to be clear. Right? Justine, tell Mom she's welcome anytime. All right, so here we are. Can you please pick a card for my career path in 2024? All right, here we go. I see creativity. I see opportunity. I see you having to make some decisions and figure out what you really want. I think there's opportunities in front of you, but you have to figure out what you want. You may have to travel or move for a good job, and that would be okay. I see you moving forward. This looks good. Okay. Sunitha V, good to see you. I'm experiencing a separation with my loved partner. Will we get back together or should I move on? We're also starting a business together. Should I continue with him? So let's work backwards. Should the two of you... Oh, 1 second. Deirdre, you're loving your job. It's more money and training coming up. Perfect. That's really going to serve you. That's good. Okay. Okay. So, should you continue? We're going to work with questions backwards, Anitha. Should you continue to move forward with this business? Was that there? Well, I don't know what's there now. Like, can the two of you, like, okay, could this business, there's a part of me that says, and I know this sounds weird and bad, but there's a part of me that says the two of you could be great business partners, and he brings something to the table that could be really good. So if you're not going to be romantically partnered, and we'll see, but you are going to be business partnered, just make sure you have all the right contracts in place. Because I do think that this could potentially work. Now, will you get back together? I'm sorry, but there's a part of me that's like, and why exactly would you want to? Like, a business partner may be the best thing that this person could be for you. Like, I feel like if you could just move on and establish that kind of friendship, business partnership, as so many people do, think Fleetwood Mac in the 70s, made their best album ever when they were all broken up. I think you could do that. The question is he capable of that? And I think he maybe is, but be careful because he likes to play with people's heads. So I think you need to be a little bit careful here. So I would not be looking for reconciliation. Frankly, it's your life. Do what you think is best. But I would not be looking for reconciliation even if he does. I think you could do better in this department. But then you could evaluate him as a business partner in a different way. All right. Did I miss your question? Joyous Ocean, I don't know. No, I haven't gotten to your question. You are next to be next. So you'll have to get on your train and come back and get it. Okay, because next is CB Moz. Good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Will my daughter attend university in a couple of weeks? What can we do to make this transition positive? Anything to be concerned about? Okay, well, the fact that you're not sure if she will makes us think there are already some concerns. But will she go? I would think so. Yeah, I think she'll go. And what can you do to make that a positive transition? Let her know that this is a big deal. She's got some worries, some upsets. She's got some things. Either, let her know where the counseling center is on campus, or see if she'll talk about what's going on, but there's some things going on. So just to acknowledge that there's some things going on, acknowledge some things going on, and give her space and opportunity to feel like she has agency in her life to handle her education the way she wants to. Is there anything to be concerned about? Not really. I just feel like she's, she feels scared, overwhelmed, and she's got some stuff upsetting her. I don't know if it's relationship stuff, maybe depression. I'm not a doctor, can't make a diagnosis, but... And so, really seriously concerned, probably not, but I'd be aware. I'd be aware and communicative. So, Sunitha, with your follow-up, I thought he loved me. Did he really love me at all, or was it all in my head? I think he's manipulative. I think he loved being with you. I think he said the things he needed to say to manipulate you to get what he wanted. I mean... that's how I don't want to condemn someone's character based on a couple of cards across what could be hundreds of thousands of miles. I don't want to condemn an entire character this way. But the way it's showing up to me, I'm like, Is he even capable of love? Is that a thing? I don't know. I don't know. I would at least ask those questions. Okay. Joyous Ocean, you may be on your train now, but here we are. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. You are enjoying dating R. Will we be together next year? Well, that is completely unclear. Maybe yes, maybe no. When I look at him, like, there are things about him that are really great, like, for sure. But there are also things about him that make, like, love is unpredictable, but R is quite unpredictable. I can tell you that R would like to be in your life. That I can tell you. So he's enjoying dating you. There's that. Oh my gosh, Cassandra, wow. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Is my father seeing S still? Oh, I am so sorry you even have to ask this question. Let's see what we say. If my thought is no, my thought is I'm not sure if he's seen the error of his ways and is trying to do the right thing, or if he's just like, and I think this is it, maybe has not been seeing or speaking so much until things quiet down and it can feel safer again. That's more the way it feels like to me. I'm sorry. Justine, you're so funny. I didn't see this when it went by first, but when I had to switch to the small light seers, I feel like I'm observing a magnificent animal in their own habitat in the wild or something. Right. It's just me. And yeah, I am in my most natural habitat here. That is a fact. Okay, here, the moment we've been waiting for, Lisa Harmon's question. Glad you thought about one. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I was shuffling my Taramuka deck. I love that deck. And I don't have it, but I love it. And the Queen of Cups reverse jumped out. My mind isn't working right now, and I can't figure out the message. Please help me. I often shuffle a deck while listening to you. Right, so I didn't see the one above. Got it. Okay, so. Oh, Joyous Ocean, you are listening. Good. Let me know if you have thoughts or feedback. Okay, so Queen of Cups reversed for Lisa Harmon. What does that mean? I think it's about allowing yourself. When will I learn to put the cards where you can see them? There we go. I think it's about allowing yourself the next level of happiness. Like, you've been discovering happiness in layer after layer after layer, peeling away all kinds of things having to do with abuse, loss, grief, illness, all kinds of stuff. And I think this is saying, and you've handled all of that, you're doing such a great job, what else can you do to be happy? It's allowing yourself even more happiness. That's what I think. Joyce Ocean, yeah, I don't think he's unpredictable. Like, if he says he's going to call, he'll call. I think he's that way, which I really appreciate. But in terms of how he'll be in the long run, that's the unpredictable part. Okay, but we'll keep checking, and eventually it will become predictable. We will keep checking. All right. Okay. Teresa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. You correctly predicted my power would come back quickly last storm. So I'd like to know if my power will stay on for the foot of snow we're about to get in the Poconos today. Yeah. Why do I not live in the Poconos any longer, you might ask? And there would be your answer. All right. Do you keep your electricity? If you may keep it, you may just keep it. If it goes out, it will not be for a huge, lengthy period of time. Man, when we lived in PA, there was an ice storm that was like a week long, and I was traveling for work. So it was my husband and my son in the house with no heat, no hot water for like 5 days. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But I think 50-50, whether or not you lose power, 50-50, but I think it'll come back quick if you do. Okay. Fauna Rain, the Lunar Alchemist. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. What can I expect from my business this year? Let's take a look and see. Busy, 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 busy is what you can expect. And also letting go of some things that have been problematic, but you got to check yourself. This is like a case where you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, because there's some way that you are not fully embracing your power. There's some way you're not fully embracing your potential. As you do that, you're going to see amazing growth. Okay, Rosemarie, this is interesting. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Here we go. I'm finally able to move out. Good. But I'm feeling down because I'll have to stay in a hotel, but I'd prefer an Airbnb. We're supposed to be moving to Florida, but the hotel, I'm afraid, has roaches, and I'm not staying somewhere with roaches. So, Florida has these bugs, we call them palmetto bugs. They're like this big, and they fly. And all of Florida has those, just so you know. They live in trees, but they come see you from time to time, and they'll come into your house. So, hotel, if they have like the American cockroach, those ones, I understand why you would not want to stay with them. I get that. But we have lots of tricks down here in Florida how to fix that. You know, Florida is very much like New York City. Like, you know, if you have read reviews and it says the hotels have roaches, that does not necessarily mean that's what you will encounter. Just saying. It's different down here in that way. And down here, roaches are better than ants. I'm just saying. Do I have them in my office? Like once in a while, I'll see a palmetto bug. Not the little ones. I don't like those at all. But yeah, so there's that. I want an Airbnb, but they're so expensive. I also don't want to get on an airplane. We have so much luggage. I was trying to get an Uber, but I cannot see how much that will cost. Yeah, that would be super expensive. We have the money to pay, but I cannot see how much it will be and if they can do it. This is depressing me because I'm so ready to move, but I don't have a set place to live or how to get there. I'm not sure what to do. We can do this. We're going to do this right here, right now, y'all. I need help, but I have no one to talk to. What should I do? Also, I was thinking Orlando, Clearwater, or Pensacola. Pensacola is less expensive, but Orlando and Clearwater have places for my son to work and public transportation. I work from home. Okay, so we're going to, again, work backwards. We're going to do this for you. TK, Florida is paradise. It's the only place I want to die, Florida. Oh, Lisa Harmon, I did not know this. Palmetto bugs are also known as tree roaches. That's what we call them here in South Carolina. Did not know. That's so cool. Okay. Okay, here we go. And I do see some feedback that I will get to, but I'm going to handle Rosemarie here while we're here. Okay, so first of all, Pensacola, Clearwater. Oh, there you are on Clearwater Beach, so pretty. Orlando. Between the three, I almost like Clearwater best. I agree, Pensacola. And Pensacola, I mean, I've not been there, but I hear it's great. It is less expensive, but that's like a whole other country. And you are thinking of the Palm City area. He works at Cheesecake Factory. So we have a Cheesecake Factory in West Palm, which is about, which is like, it wouldn't be a great commute from West Palm, but it would be doable, but you could get a little closer in. Let me know. I can tell you where the better places to be might be in that area if you're thinking about West Palm, Palm Beach. There's a Cheesecake Factory there. So you can look at where Cheesecake Factories are, you know. So any of these would be okay. I am probably leaning toward Clearwater, but again, you're looking at other places too. So let's just look at Florida in general. Yes, come to Florida. Please come to MFing Florida. Please. Right, and there it is, Ness. Ness said it. Any warm climate place will have more indoor and outdoor bugs. There it is. And I'm also terrified of spiders, so I've had to get past some of that moving here, for sure. But you know what? There's a lot of spiders in New England, too, so, yeah, there you go. All right, so now. Should you? Okay, first of all, the first thing you need is your place. Can you find an affordable Airbnb? I would say keep looking for the affordable Airbnb, but you might end up in like a hotel with weekly rates like a Suburban or whatever. It's more likely that you're going to end up at like a long stay hotel. Will you have a sincere roach problem? Not terribly. I mean, yes, but it won't be terrible. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. So I would say crank it down on that, because getting to where you want to go is the most important thing. And in terms of how to get there, an Uber, you know, you might be able to find an Uber or a rideshare situation. That's possible. You might also, yeah, you know, look for long distance Uber situation. I think that actually something like that, maybe there's a specific kind of rideshare for long distance that might work very well for you. The other thing I'm thinking about that might make sense, rent a U-Haul, a van. One of them doesn't have to be U-Haul. I'm using U-Haul as a generic. Rent a truck, drive the truck, drop the truck off. Here are now you and your stuff. So that could work too. So look at those things. But Rosemary, so I'm making you laugh about the roaches, right? Right? Yeah. They're relatively harmless, and it's like I had worse roaches when I lived in Connecticut than I've ever experienced here in Florida. We just have, you know, we have what we have. And so there's a lot of ways to do this. Be creative in your thinking, Rosemary. Because of what you've been through, your brain has been trauma focused. And when we're in trauma, we don't think creatively well. Breathe, think creatively. Your solution is almost here. Okay, so you don't drive yet. Okay, so we're not doing that one. But, you know, there's ways you can work with this. So look at the apps, look at the rideshare apps. You'll find what you need. Don't be frustrated. Make this be an Easter egg hunt. Make this be a treasure hunt, not a frustration. Keep us posted. All right. And I'm just going to go back for a minute and look at, okay. Joyous Ocean, fair. He's from Trinidad with a green card and is the primary caregiver for his injured mom. That's the unpredictable part. And I agree. that his mom's health should be his priority, and he gets that I'm focused on my niece. We make time for each other with family as a core value for us both. Right. So that's why it comes up that way. That totally makes sense. And, you know, obviously, what a good guy. All right. And then Fauna Rain, the Luna Alchemist. Wow, that's fab. Thank you. Yes, I do hold myself back quite a lot. Hoping this year I can let go and see what I'm capable of. Damn straight, you do that. You do that. All right. Oh, I didn't even know about this. Lisa Harmon put roach gel around doors and windows. It repels them. Good. All right, Lumen, good to see you. I would like to ask, when will be the best time to launch my YouTube channel? Anything I can do to ensure success? So, there are certainly like astrologers that will do a chart for the best time. But every time I've seen someone do that, I've never seen it like take off in a really great way. So I'm not really there with that. So when is the best time to launch? What time is it now? I mean, the thing is, I think you really want to do this, and I think you're really afraid. I think you're really, really afraid. So, my friend, no time like the present. Today, tomorrow, the sooner, the freaking better. What can you do to ensure success? So I'm going to tell you something. I've had this channel since like 2010, and it was piddly for a long time. It wasn't until I started doing lives here that it really started to grow. But don't think about, like, when you talk about like goals for success, here's what I'm going to say. Although my engagement with YouTube has changed over time, although there's been times, you know, where I've done different kinds of things here on this channel, always tarot related, but, you know, different things, there was never a time I wasn't having fun. And not that I'm certainly the most successful person here on YouTube, but I sure think I'm having the most fun. And so that's going to be my advice to you. Do it now. Do the work. Do it repeatedly. Learn, grow. You'll get better with time. Like if you look at my earlier videos, some of them are really kind of funny, in not a good way. You'll get better with time. And just believe in it and have fun. And don't be focused on success. Focus on having fun. Serious. All right. And when you get it, drop the link so we can support you. Okay, here we go. Oh, thank you, Liz, for that feedback. Appreciate it. Okay, Such a Lady Love. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. First time here, thanks for being here. First time asking a question. What is coming for me financially in the coming 3 months? Also, would it be a good move if I sold my house? Okay, again, we'll work backwards, forwards. Is it a good move right now to look at selling your house? Maybe. Honestly, I think you have to think about like what the reasons are. Like you would really have to think about that. I don't think that's an easy answer. I would say that requires a lot of thought before you consider it. So that's kind of a maybe. Coming for you financially in the coming 3 months, not the best, not the worst. It's going to be a little tight. There's going to be some issues here. And I think after 3 months have passed, things will loosen up a little bit. But it does feel like you're going to have to be scrappy and you're going to have to be creative. And so, you know, would selling your house help where that's concerned? Not necessarily. But there might be other ways that you can use the house to help get you through a tough time. And how tough is it going to be when I say tough time? It's not that tough, and it's not that tough. It'll be okay. Just a little tight. Okay. Yeah, see, this is what I was thinking, baby cakes. Rent a truck and find a driver. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thought. Like, there's a lot of good ideas. Okay. Oh, Lisa, you figured out one of your aspects on your natal chart. That's good. Okay, Science Giant. Science Giant. Hang on a minute. You're up next. Science Giant. Is it more important to say I'm sorry or please forgive me? And I sort of looked for a clarification on that question, and maybe you gave me one, but I have not seen it. So I'm just going to do the reading in the spirit that you meant it, whatever that spirit was. And it is much, according to these cards, in any situation, it is much more important to say I'm sorry versus please forgive me. Because I'm sorry is your feeling. It's you saying your feeling. That's the most important piece. Asking for the favor of forgiveness is putting something on another person they have to process. So I think I'm sorry is the first most important thing. But you also have to really be sorry. You can't just say sorry, you have to really be sorry. All right, Pamela Phillips, so good to see you. Looking forward to seeing you at StaarCon. Will my stepdaughter find a job this year? Well, it depends. Does your stepdaughter want a job? I just feel like she's so full of excuses. I'm sorry. I'm a bee today. I'm sorry. My Scorpio is like out in full force. What I'm going to say is if she truly wants a job, she'll find one. And you can just see me not saying the rest of that sentence, right? Okay. Okay, Ness, here we go. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Here's your more specific question. I've had anxiety all week. The project I'm working on is approved. Very good. I'll do the final production tests next week. I'll have more anxiety next week about that. My question is, do I need to have this anxiety over the meeting we had? It was unfair, and my boss acknowledged that, and that meant a lot. Why do I still have anxiety over that meeting? The unfair behavior was not my boss, the other boss we deal with. You still have anxiety about this because it triggered other times you've been treated unfair, other times you've been made small, other times you've been made to feel like you are not enough. So it wasn't what happened there, it was the trigger. And as far as this project and the final production tests, you've got this. You're doing this, and it's going to be great. You don't need to have anxiety about any of it. You need to have your skill, your expertise, your attention to detail, and your artistry. You got this. Okay, Joyce Ocean, so glad you got to see your grandson. Okay, here we go, Trey Cameron. So good to see you. So, and this is something I know nothing about. Here we go. Is the smiley face killer theory true? There's a theory of an inordinate amount of young, attractive, college-age men being found dead in rivers and lakes. Allegedly, they get drugged at bars and are found later in the river. It has been alleged that there's a gang communicating online on the dark web. Does anyone watch Letterkenny? We have to say, the dark web. Any Letterkenny fans here? Just wondering. Okay. Possibly even gambling and wagering on if they can do it. This is horrifying. There's many strange things about the deaths. A place being searched, then them turned up months later. An autopsy will happen saying despite being missing for months, they've been dead for a few days. Over 100 cases throughout the United States, and mostly in the Midwest. They're claiming it's a syndicate with small cells in several cities. Okay. So, is there a syndicate in several cities killing people this way. Is that what's happening? Hang on, give me a minute. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't think it's exactly true. Joyce Ocean, I'm impressed you held your Scorpio tongue. Hey, I'm learning. Okay, Trey, I don't think it's exactly true. Okay, so is it like one person? A single person? No. I think it's more like, okay, is it people working together? Is it a serial killer club? Do we have a serial killer club? No. Do we have copycat murders? Yes. I don't think there's any such thing, but I think the fact that the rumor is there is causing people to do it. Obviously very unhinged and ridiculous people, but that's what I think is happening. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think it is. I really don't. I don't think there's a syndicate. No. Nope, I do not. Do I think there are plenty of evil syndicates in the world? Yes. I think most of them are functioning right in front of us, and we know what their names are, but I think it's copycat killers. I do. And in a way, that makes me feel much better. All right. Okay, just going through and looking for questions I missed. I think it's last call for readings, y'all. Oh my gosh, we're talking about funnel web spiders in Australia that are as big as rats and run at people. And a bite is fatal. Trey, I have this theory that dinosaurs never went extinct. They're just all in Australia. Yeah, there they go. Okay. Trey, no, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, we are at last call for readings, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. If I accidentally skipped you, I am so sorry. Please do reiterate your question. It's never my intention. If you're here and haven't asked a question, 3, 2, 1, get it in. It's time. Okay. In the description, we have a link to get a reading with me. Am I busy planning StaarCon? Yes, I am. Should you still have a reading? Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah, you should. Absolutely book that reading. Oh, you had your question on the way. Get your question, baby cakes. I'm waiting. I will wait for you, my friend. Give me that question. So StaarCon. StaarCon is coming up. You can join us in person. You can join us online. Oh, I skipped you, Rose. Okay. Okay, so we got StaarCon and StaarCon, all the StaarCon things, come to StaarCon. And I'm going to find Rose and Baby Cakes. Here we go. I am looking for Rose and Baby Cakes. Please excuse me for missing both of you. So I'm looking for Rose and Baby Cakes. Give me 1 minute. And, oh, I got Rose right here. And then I'll go find Baby Cakes. Okay, Rose, what do I see for DH and I in the next 2 months? Communication stability, but also some difficult conversations about needs that aren't being met. And conversation is what's necessary, conversation. All right. Baby Cakes. And again, I missed Joanne Ellis too. I'm going to do Joanne Ellis right now because I missed Joanne Ellis. How did I get the job? This was out of blue and it was a different job. And it's a different job. Will I be okay? I think you got it through someone who knows you, and I think it'll be good. Okay. And now I am looking for baby cakes. Hang on. And I knew you were here because I'm seeing you talking about serial killer or serial killers or whatever they are. But where are you, baby cakes? Okay. I see Lisa Harmon's question, but I am not seeing your question, baby cakes. Could you please reiterate? Give us your question once again, because I am just not seeing it. It's not showing up. I'm starting from the beginning and I'm looking. And while I'm looking, of course, I will remind everyone to go to the description and do the things that the links within ask you to do. And what else? Tomorrow, for those of you who are local, we have our tarot meetup. Join us, 4 p.m. Panera, Palm City. Baby cakes, I am just not seeing you. And so go ahead. If you want, you can just put it in. Oh, here it is. I got it. Yay! Yay me. And yes, there's Lisa Harmon. Did you just skip Rose? Yeah, I did. Thank you, Lisa. Sorry I didn't see it. So baby cakes, I'm about to, we're having a tornado warning, sorry. Baby cakes, I'm gonna do you. Such a lady love, thank you. Am I always on the same day time every week? We're working on that. For the rest of the month, it's gonna be a little crazy because of StaarCon, so check out StaarCon. But starting like as we get into February and March, we'll have a much more clear schedule. All right. Do I see your car coming soon, baby cakes? The one I saw this week was a bust. I feel like I only have 2 questions in recent months. I feel stuck and low. When will things start moving toward positive? Good, I'm glad I found your question. Okay, so again, working backwards. When will things start feeling better? It's coming, baby cakes, it's coming. It's coming. And I know this is a card we sometimes associate with romance, but it's also about finding the things to be in our life that we want and need. And I know you've been feeling like the hits just keep coming. I know you're feeling that. But the car, within the next 4 weeks, you will have your car, baby cakes, you will. And then from there, you will have more peace. And from there, you'll find everything else you'll need and you will find your happiness. Hang in there. What's the expression? It's always darkest before the dawn. Hang in there, please. It will shift. It will shift. I promise. All right, my friends. I want to thank you so much. I believe I'll be back on Monday with the 3-card weekly reading, 9:30 a.m. That's the plan. As we get closer to StaarCon, once again, it'll be a little hit and miss, but we will do our best. Let's talk about StaarCon one more time before we go. StaarCon is our international hybrid annual tarot, metaphysics, and divination conference. And when I say hybrid, I mean it's in person and online. Join us in West Palm Beach or join us online on Accelerants, StaarCon.com, StaarCon.com. The link is in the description. Thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you to the members, the moderators, people who helped out with super chats and super stickers. We will see you soon. Thank you.